Hello, can you hear me?
I could hear you.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
yes,
Excellent.
okay. First, let me start by introducing myself. My name is Ascension Michel Galaviz.
Nice to meet you, Ascension. My name is Fausto Salas.
Hello, Fausto.
Hello.
Okay, today we're going to talk about the difficulties of learning English in Mexico. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that that is an interesting topic. Let me just say that with my experience, I think that the most difficult part for students to learn a language is the part where the speaking, the translation, to really get that habit away from them.
So, how can we get students not to translate during class? Do you think it's
Well,
possible?
me personally, I do think it's possible, but it really depends on the teacher. Why? Because if the teacher is not a trained teacher that knows how to present vocabulary, uh, from my experience, I think that it becomes a little bit difficult for the student and for the teacher to learn to teach the language and to learn to understand the language.
So, what do you think is one of the most effective ways to present vocabulary in this case?
Well, according to Stephen Krashen, he says that when you present vocabulary, it should be presented in context and in with comprehensible input. You know, that the person really understands the message that you're trying to convey to the student in order for them to really internalize it and to use it.
So by saying comprehensible input, you mean like giving just a little more than what the student knows, or not to overload him with language?
Yeah, for example, if it's a true beginner and I come in and I explain grammar to them in English, they're not going to understand anything that I'm saying. But if I present vocabulary in a way that they understand it and they understand it so much, then that's when the language really becomes taught or internalized.
So you mean instead of giving grammatical points, just giving grammar within the context or within the topic, teaching how to use the language like in a real situation.
I completely agree with you, Ascension. You are right.
Thank you, Fausto.
Oh, thank you. And hopefully we can continue this conversation another day.
We probably will.